Hi there and welcome back to Japan, and thank you for continuing to join us as we delve into Band-MAIKO. Rather fantastic sort of traditional Japanese music themed version of Band-Maid songs as delivered by themselves. Great EP. I say it's a great EP. I'm pretty sure it's a great EP, but I'm only on track 3 so far. And as you guys know, I already listened to Gyonsho, the last song already, but a few more to go here. Anyway, this one is called Yolosiosu. Really weird reading Japanese in English characters. Yolosiosu, which is a version of YOLO. So I already know the original, already reacted to the original. Let's check this out. Now, just to cover what I said before, I've heard 3 songs so far. I've heard Secret Maiko Lips, which was, I just thought that was really, really good, but I did feel like in that one, sometimes, I think it was the shakuhachi, the Japanese style flute, didn't really sit so well with that, but everything else worked great. I heard Gyonsho, which I thought was fantastic. I believe that's the only song which was written specifically for this album, but everything there really bit and gelled perfectly. And I just heard the Band-MAIKO version of One and Only, yeah, that's it, One and Only, which I liked as well, but I thought the Japanese elements that make this a Band-MAIKO song were kind of crushed down in the mix a lot there, and it kind of felt like they weren't really standing out as much as you'd expect to, and they weren't being able to give it as much life and as much sound as I wanted them to do, especially in the chorus. So I'm interested to see where things go with this one. YOLO is a really interesting song, and obviously a really big name single for the band. YOLO, let's check it out. Oh god, that was a really bad reference, wasn't it? Here we go. I love these intros they're doing on these songs. They're doing a great job of using those sounds to fill in the gaps, as well as supporting the guitar that's already there. It's really hard to pick holes in this one because I kind of feel like they're playing it exactly as the original, but the Japanese elements are filling in the gaps, except for now. works really nicely. This one a lot more like the guitar for the best part was turned down, like there was more breathing room in this. This one just sounded like it worked a lot better, I think. Which, like I say, might be, just to quickly reference back to what I said on One and Only before, might be because that song was already, the original version was so hyperkinetic and so full that there wasn't really room to do anything more unless they took things out, and they didn't seem to take much out of what they'd done on the original song. They just kind of crammed all the other elements in. Now this song does have, maybe if we were trying to be critical, we could say there is a certain element that here they do feel like they are starting with their song, playing it the same, and then cramming the elements in. Like I say, during the verses it felt like the shamisen was mainly just playing in the gaps between the guitar stabs and things like that. But then as it developed, everything started to sit together more, and like I said, in the chorus the guitar was turned down to give room to everything else. Certainly that's how I felt of listening to the mix of it. This one does work better anyway, but I think that's because the song they start with seems to be more welcoming of extra detail. I think really that's one of the interesting things about this. So far on this album, obviously we've listened to 3 songs now that are originally previously normal Band-Maid songs that have been band-maikoed. That's a verb now. So we've had 3 songs that have been band-maikoed, and it does seem that the more simple the original song, the better the remix version does, because it doesn't seem like Band-Maid are pulling too much out. Too much of the original, the more they're adding things in. So it just depends on how much breathing room there is before everything sounds crammed. As I was saying before, those Japanese traditional instruments, they do sound fantastic when you throw them into modern music, but you have to remember as well that the reason they sound so good is because they're so nimble, they're such sharp sounds. Now that does mean that if you get a sharp sound and you put it underneath a thick, creamy electric guitar that's blasting, although it might be a more nimble sound than the electric guitar, it gets completely lost in the mix. So it is very important how you mix this kind of array of sounds so that everything comes across. Like I say, I still hold Bugaki Band up as the gold standard. I mean, their songs are ridiculously complicated, but the way they mix it all together so that everything has room to breathe and everything comes out is absolutely jaw-dropping. So obviously, as they don't have all of the traditional Japanese instrument list in their group, and this isn't their normal style, this is more of them, this is Band-Maid on holiday, ironic considering they're doing their own national traditional music, but musically, stylistically, they're on holiday. You know, I can't expect them to reach that same level when it comes to the technical side of things, but I think this just felt more aware. It felt like in this version of YOLO, as opposed to the track before, it felt like they kind of found the room for the instruments. They found room for everything to fit together. They found a way to make it breathe and sound fun. So yeah, I like this. Again, not 100% perfect. You know, I try to be critical, I try to be honest. If I was saying that, do I think they could do a better version of this with Japanese instruments? Perhaps. Does it sound quite as comfortable as the original? Perhaps not. But it's a damn good effort. And, you know, it does let you see the song in a different light, and it does put a smile on your face when you hear it, because you're just kind of thinking, you know, yeah, this is cool. If nothing else, you know, it's a really cool way of approaching it, and this is just an EP they've done. You know, this isn't sort of released as, oh, we're completely changing our sound. This is an EP they've done. Yes, it is very expensive, but I guess it is kind of more toned for the fans. But I just think they've done a really good job here. And this one certainly sounds much more gelled. So anyway, we've got 3 more songs to listen to, which I'm really looking forward to. The next one is Ansan. So we're getting on to Ansan next. Please be aware, like I say, you can feel free. There's a little link in the description that will take you to a playlist of all of the listen through tracks for this album, which will probably be all posted by the time you watch this. Depends on if you're one of those people who's always first or not. But you can check out any of our other Band-Maid reviews. We've done many of them, many of the reviews we've done of other artists. Check out anything you want on our page. Feel free to like. If you don't want to like, you can unlike if you want, but leave us a comment if you do, because I love the discussion. We have to get different opinions in here. It's what makes this interesting to do. But for now, from Japan, thank you so much for tuning in. And like I say, we'll be continuing with, check it again, Ansan, I always forget words, Ansan, which will be coming up next. So until then, which I hope you'll be joining us soon. But until then, ciao ciao for now.